Hi guys, so welcome again to this channel. And before we continue, kindly like my live stream. Like this video for me. Thank you so much for the like. So let's talk about my first time being detained by police in a foreign country. I'll talk about a little story about myself. So I had this dream 2016 November. That's when I started the dream of saying I want to travel outside my country. And the country that I wanted to go was none other than German. I wanted to come here, not in any other country. And I was specific. I wanted to come to Germany in Munich. That's where I wanted to come. So I started my journey in 2016 November, and that's the first thing I had to do was to look for a passport. And then, now if you want, you're planning, like on my side, when I started planning, I bought first after a passport, I bought a new suitcase where I was putting the things that I was specifically going to carry here, the things that I wanted to come to bring here with. And one of the things was the razor blade to cut my nails. I cut my nails using a razor blade. So I said, since I will be new in this country and maybe I don't know what these things are called, or I don't even know if they are there. So let me plan well so I could buy treatments like those things, you understand, those things that you're like, by the time I get my first salary, then I already have enough things to use for myself, so I will not be stressed. And the journey started. So the dream started. 2017, I wanted to come here through au pair. So the first thing when you think of going to German is the language. So I had to look for the teacher for a school, and I had to explain, and he had to explain for me the requirements and what I needed. So I started with the au pair. That is what I started looking for. Luckily, I got a family, and this lady had adopted also three ladies from Haiti, and she was looking for an au pair, someone to stay with her girls. And after the girls really accepted me, they checked my photos and they were like, we like this girl. And she sent me the contract. By that time, I had already done my A1. My A1, I did it crash course, like fast. I didn't want to waste any time. Hey, that faith was so big. So I got my certificate, and then she sent me the contract, and I went to the embassy, applied for the visa, but unfortunately after 2 weeks the embassy denied me the visa. Reasons being the age limit. So with au pair there is a maximum age. Okay, I did not give up. I decided to look for to come to work in these retirement homes, which I got one email that they wanted to make an interview with me. But I checked this email. I don't know why, but because the first lady, the lady of au pair, wanted now to send me a document so that I could come here through her company. She had a company. She wanted me to come here through that. I ignored the part of the retirement home, and I was not able to apply or to reply their email on time. So when this other lady sent me the documents, I went to the embassy, but again the embassy said that I did not have the experience to come to work in this company, so they did not give me the visa. They denied me again. So by the time I went back to reply to this email, they told me that I took too long to reply to their email, so they had already found someone else because they thought I'm not interested. Okay, so in the process, I now said, God, since I want to go to German, and that is where I want to go, then give me my better half, like my person. And for me, I did not want someone that I was going to use just to get to German. I needed someone that I will spend my life with, because I put myself in other people's shoes. I'm not going to use you to benefit myself, so I have to use the correct way. And there was someone, that lady is in German, we were communicating, and she was advising me to just use an person like she did and dump the person and then move on. But then my conscience will not allow me. I told her, no, that is not how I was brought up, and I will not be happy when someone does the same thing to me. So I told her I will be patient enough and God will give me what I want. And to be honest, God gave me what I wanted and I came. Now here is where the story comes. When the time came that now I have to travel, I did not check and I did not have the idea that they have some kg limit, that I'm supposed to carry some limit, like I'm not supposed to exceed to a certain weight. So I bought another suitcase and I had to put everything there, a very big one for that matter. So the first suitcase was not enough, I had to buy another one. And now when I got to the airport, the Moi International Airport, my flight was like, I had to start from Mombasa, then to Nairobi, Nairobi to Frankfurt, and then Frankfurt to Munich. Now, when I went to Mombasa, they checked my suitcase and they're like, it has exceeded the weight. So I have either, if I have still some people outside, I could call them for me to give them some things and then I go with the rest. And I'm like, my friend, whatever I packed on this bag, I had planned. This is what I'm going to carry. There's nothing which is going back. So the only option was like, I had another small bag where I had to put my certificates. I took them, then I put them on this small bag, but still the weight was more than the required. So they offered a carton where I put some of the things and sealed this carton. So I still had to pay some money on this airport. Now after there, they allowed me to go to pass. Then in Nairobi, they also demanded for 25,000 Kenyan shillings that I am carrying more than I am required to carry. Either I leave the bag there and I call someone to come and pick the bag. And I'm like, my friend, I'm coming from Mombasa. I don't have anyone in Nairobi, so who is going to come and carry it? So they asked for the 25,000. Later, they allowed me to pass. Now, the problem starts in Frankfurt. So remember the small bag, I have it with me. The carton and the suitcase, it's already gone. Now that one, I'll get it in the airport, Munich airport. Now here, they asked me if I have anything in my bag, and I'm like, I don't have anything that may be a problem. So they check, they scan the bag, and it's peeping. They came back again and asked me, do you have something in the bag? And I'm like, not that I remember, but whatever is inside, they are only my certificate. Now these razor blades, when I bought them in 2016, they were inside the certificates. They were in that file and I was not aware. So they asked me if they are allowed to open the bag, and I tell them, yes, you can open the bag. I'm sure that there's nothing in there. So they open and they find the razor blade, and they tell me, here are the razor blade, and I'm like, they are sealed. Then I told them I bought them to cut my nails, because that's what I use to cut my nails. And I did not even touch them inside the plane. I was not even aware that they are there. And the packet is completely sealed. It's not hampered with. I did not open. For them, they did not want to listen to anything else. So they put me inside a room and they came back to me and then they are asking me if I speak German or English. Then I'm like, for me, English, because the German language, it's not so good in me. Like, I don't speak the language. Okay. Then they left me again. Then they came, gave me a form. Before giving me a form, they asked me which town, where am I going, the address and everything, and I tell them I still have another flight. I'm going to Munich. I'm not coming to Frankfurt. So they went back, printed some documents or papers. Then I had to fill these papers. And then they asked me if I wanted to carry the razor blade with me. I told them no, I'm not going to carry this razor blade. Like, I will leave them. So imagine this situation. For me, it was crying because one, I can't communicate with any person. There is no Wi-Fi there. I only had my Kenyan number, and I could not even communicate to the person I'm coming to. The idea of buying a credit and calling this person direct was not there. Anyway, later they released me with the document, with the paper, and said they will contact me. So the problem did not end there. Now remember, I have to look for the place where the other plane is. I'm afraid maybe I'm even late. So I find a lady, an African lady from Uganda, and I asked her, and she really helped me. She showed me the direction. I went to luckily, the people were just boarding. Now, getting to Munich, it's like these people communicated to the other people in Munich. And now I meet a lady. She was also an African. We were on the same plane, but we met on the Munich airport now, where we wait for our bags to take our bags. Now, before we could exit the airport, now we were met with the other police. Hey, God. We were met by other police who detained us. I don't know, this one was not detaining, it's a wrong word. But they took us separate. They allowed all the other people to pass, the white people, I guess they were Germans, to pass, and then they only took both of us. We were lent to a room, and in this room they took our bags, inspected our bags very properly in a machine, scanning so good. Luckily they could not find anything, and then now we were allowed out. My first flight leaving my country, it was my first time flying out with a plane, and the experience was not so good. But anyway, I thank God for everything. Now I know better. Tomorrow I will not carry any razor blade inside my pocket, inside my bag. I will not. Like, it was an experience. It's something, it was stressing because you've left your family, you're going to another place, and now you're being detained, and there is the language barrier, and the Germans police, there is no smiling, there is there is, like, it's business. We are working, we are performing our duty. Have you ever seen, like, you are innocent, you know that, okay, you carried it, it's a proof, you have it, but it's something that you did not have, you had no bad intention carrying this thing. Your head was not even like something like this, it's not allowed. And yeah, I'm big, I'm grown up, like, but we all make mistakes. And I did not cut anyone with this razor blade. One second, it's sealed. You're trying to explain, but it's like the words are getting here, going to the other side. Ha! Jesus. Anyway, I thank God for everything. I thank God for the gift of life. I thank God for His protection. I thank God for His love. I thank God for everything. He is good. He is able. We learn through mistakes. At least now I know better. And if you're planning to travel for the first time and you watch this video, at least now you know me. Nobody told me anything, and my husband did not even explain anything to me. So anyway, I think he was also nervous, or I don't know, or you did not imagine like I could. I don't know. I never asked him. But anyway, God is good all the time. Thank you so much if you've watched up to this point. Please like this video for me, and if you have a comment, just put it down there. Thank you.